Whoa, yeah, baby! Dragons Rising Part 2. Let's go! I would like to issue a spoiler alert. Greetings, welcome to Ninjago Nostalgic. I'm your least favorite Lloyd lookalike, and today we're going to be talking about the awesomeness that is Ninjago Dragons Rising, Season 1, Part 2. Okay, I'm going to get down to the meat and potatoes, or the studs and bricks, as it were, of the actual substance of Dragons Rising Part 2, and I'm going to be honest with you, because that's how you know it's me. Because I'm your least favorite Lloyd lookalike, probably your least favorite Ninjago YouTuber of all time, but I digress. The real substance of Dragons Rising Part 2 really comes from the latter half of Part 2, because they kind of go on side quests, and, the ninjas split up to go on these side quests, and they have individual episodes for each quest to get a Dragon Energy Core. And I'm not disrespecting, episodes 11 to 15, they're fine. They do sort of feel like they've slowed down after the craziness that was the first half of Dragons Rising Season 1. But when it comes to episodes 16 to 20, the last half of Part 2, it hits the ground running. So last warning, if you haven't seen it yet, go see it. I highly recommend it. I was able to watch the first half of Part 2 early, so I only needed to watch the last 5 episodes of Part 2, and God, did I really, really enjoy it. I'm going to start with criticisms, because I have very few criticisms. It's, a lot is still unexplained, but I think that's what Season 2, Season 2 is going to give us more answers. Also, it seems like almost everybody has some sort of, elemental power now. Every single, new side character or something seems to have elemental powers. Because it's remember back when, only 4 people had elemental powers? And then it grew to 5 with Lloyd, and then just 20 with the Elemental Masters or something like that. And then Nia got it, and then the Time Twins, and then so on and so forth. It's just that was fine, because you find, new people with elemental powers every now and then. But it seems like a lot of people have elemental powers in Dragons Rising, and maybe that's because the Earth and the universe has been all messed up because of the merge. So I do hope that more things like that are explained, because, Spinjitzu, throwy objects, and also, being able to teach yourself Spinjitzu, stuff like that, and, new elemental powers, technology, it's crazy, it's weird, because if I told myself, the ninja we're going to be fighting, the universe, trying to keep it together, trying to prevent it from tearing itself apart when this started, back in 2011, I would have been like, you're crazy, get out of here.
What's going on with you? What are you talking about? You sound insane.
Now for the positives. Oh my god, there's so many positives I can't even begin to describe to you. The kind of plot twists that we get in this season are really, really interesting, because we get Raptin joining the Resistance. And whenever there's a Resistance arc in Ninjago, it's handled so well. Hunted is in my top 5 favorite seasons of all time. And anytime they do something similar to that, it's just great. I love it, because their switch from, being dragon hunters to being people that want to help dragons, it was subtle, because they noticed that Beatrix lied, and they started doing digging, and they're like, oh my god, there's some really bad stuff going on here. So I like that it wasn't just oh, we're bad guys, now we're good guys. And there's lots of nuance in character growth, and it's not black and white, it's gray.
Ray! The world is gray, Jack!
And speaking of gray, we have, Raptin, who still hates the characters, and they still hate him, but he's I'm trying to do something right, I'm trying to fix this. I'm going to be honest with you, the villains made really, really dumb decisions in this, even for, being blinded by, in the moment of, just emotion, they made some really, really stupid decisions, and I don't get why they would do that. I mean, Beatrix and, the engineer girl, they're just absolutely just blood-boiling, infuriating, and I mean, that's what good villains are supposed to be. But the incompetence on display is absolutely unbelievable, if I'm being honest here. Speaking of infuriating, let's talk about Sora and her parents. Sora, kind of like Cole, her relationship with her parents was holding her back. And Cole mended his relationship with his father all the way back in season 1. And that was a really good episode. I like that. But sometimes your relationship is just so far gone with somebody, and your parents are so far gone, you can't fix it. And I can kind of relate to that with one of my parents. And even if you don't have that, you can still just be absolutely enraged by how like far gone they are, and just like not willing to hear their own daughter out. Because like they say she abandoned them. I got so angry.
Hey, shut up! Shut the fuck!
I was like, go off on them, please, for being absolutely pathetic human beings. And she went off on them, and I was like, that just got me emotional. I'm getting a little emotional talking about it now, because that like really made me upset. So that was some really good writing. Let's talk about a healthier character dynamic with Kai and Wildfire, because they started off really, really bad, and I didn't even really like Wildfire in the beginning. She has gotten so much better, and their dynamic has gotten so much better. She's matured, she's grown, and I really, really like her character. The scene of them sneaking around, that was funny. Also, the scene of them trying to go to the armory, but they blew up a shoulder pad store, and then they blew up the armory. That was absolutely awesome, and I can't wait to see more of them. The hug scene, they're probably one of my favorite duos now. I love it. We find out that she might not have fire powers at the end, which was very interesting. And I liked the end, them hanging out in the monastery. There's still a need to figure out what's going on because we don't know everything yet, just like I said earlier, and I really did like that. And then there's an underlying threat with Lord Roz. I will say that it was a rather ballsy risk of them to have Jay in a small cameo and Cole in more of an extended cameo in this season, because fans really do like those characters. I really love those characters. But people complained that Ninjago wasn't taking risks, so I feel like people are going to complain about these risks, but I respect the fact that they took these risks, and, people are going to be upset anyways, so I feel like they made an interesting choice. But I will say that Jay and Cole were sorely missed this season, and hopefully we see more of them soon. I was really impressed, and I can't wait to see more. I really can't. I think the Ninjago team did a great job, and I had faith in them. People were worried that they were going in the wrong direction, having new characters coming in, and I still had faith. And because they've never let me down yet, and they still have yet to let me down. I'm super excited for the future of Ninjago. I've always been excited, but I'm definitely excited now, and I can't wait to see Dragons Rising Season 2. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you're excited, and if you liked Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 1, if you want to see Season 2, and if you like anything and everything Ninjago, make sure to subscribe to see more of your least favorite Lloyd lookalike, and possibly your least favorite Ninjago YouTuber of all time. And remember, the resistance never quits.